day 20 of my Appalachian Trail adventure, but I'm not actually on the trail today, nor will I be tomorrow. I'm having to take a couple of zeros. As I referred to in my last video, I decided to head into Gatlinburg with a couple of other hikers to well, in my case, I needed to visit REI, which is actually Pigeon Forge, and I'll be going there tomorrow because I'm wanting to replace my sleeping bag. We're expecting some pretty severe weather in the Smokies, and my sleeping bag, I've talked about in previous videos, is pretty old, and I think it's lost a lot of its insulation ability. So in fact, I think I see my travel buddies over there lounging around. Hang on. Nope, they're not looking this way. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're, the three of us are going to be heading into up to Pigeon Forge to the REI to take care of that. And that's important because we're heading into the Smokies, and maybe for tomorrow for my day 21 video, I'll talk a little bit about our anticipation of entering the Smokies. They're calling for some pretty severe weather. That's why I want to make sure that I have a good sleeping bag that will help keep me warmer on those anticipated really cold nights. Okay, so this is day 22. I just spent days 20 and 21 and were zeros in Gatlinburg, where I picked up a new sleeping bag that will hopefully keep me warmer as I'm heading up into the Smokies right now. Right now, obviously, I'm at the Fontana Dam, about ready to cross, and then head uphill quite a bit into the Smokies. So I'll check back in later. Okay, this is the end of day 22. As I said earlier, day 20 and 21 were both 0 days in Gatlinburg, and actually got a late start today. Didn't leave Gatlinburg until after 10 a.m. and it was a 2-hour shuttle ride back to the Fontana Dam Marina, where we were picked up on Sunday. But anyway, back on the trail, and I'm at, I think this is Birch Spring camp grounds right now. And so I'm up in the Smokies, and so right now, I mean, the weather wasn't bad on the hike, but right now, I'm not sure if it's when I was cooking my dinner, it was kind of odd because the sun was still shining, but there was sleet coming down. And I think it's still, I don't know, it may have changed to a rain, but I think it's still sleet coming down outside. But I'm nice and cozy now because I did go into Gatlinburg and get a new sleeping bag, which should keep me a bit warmer. And went into the REI there. And so the REI people were really nice, fixed me up with this one. And also are shipping my old sleeping bag back to Dallas at no charge. So yeah, REI took care of me. Yeah, right now I think you've got like 8 days to get through the Smoky Mountains. because a permit. I dropped my permit off as I entered today, and I think it's an 8 days you have to get through, and I've got 7 days worth of food. And one of the things is, as far as I can tell, the only place to, if you need to get out of the Smoky Mountains to get off the trail, Newfound Gap, I think is about the only option you have. And if for whatever reason I should need to resupply or something, although I think I've got just enough food to get me all the way through, but if I do need something, Newfound Gap would be the only option I would have to possibly catch a shuttle someplace to resupply. So yeah, and it looks like I should, I mean, undoubtedly I'm going to, be seeing some rain and stuff like that, but it looks like I may not see anything too severe in the Smokies. The last time I checked the weather report, looked like, maybe a little rain, and it's definitely going to be cold for sure. But I'm going to do my best to keep myself as dry as possible so that when I set up my tent at night and get in here, I won't be wet. And that's what makes it seem even colder when you're wet. So yeah, so this is the end of day 22, and yeah, I had those two 0 days, but it was important for me to get this new sleeping bag, and then also having that extra 0 day, allowed me to recover a little bit. So it made my hike up into the Smokies today a lot easier than it probably would have been had I not had those zeros. So yeah, so there I am. I'll check in later. It looks like in a couple of days, couple more days, I think on Saturday, let's see, I think the 25th, so maybe 2.5 more days, I'll be at Klingman's Dome, which is the highest point on the Appalachian Trail. So that'll be kind of a landmark. And then I think shortly after that is where Newfound Gap is, I think, if I needed to resupply or something. So yeah, things are going fairly well, and I think once I get through the Smokies, I think it's going to be a little bit easier going for a while until I get into, I think, maybe northern Virginia, and then it's going to get a bit more hilly as I head towards West Virginia. But yeah, that's where I stand right now. Okay, here I am at the start of day 23. My after my first night in the Smokies. Wake up to my first day of snow on the trail. It was snow and sleet all night long last night, but all looks well. I think I had some fellow campers down there. Looks like they might still be down there. I'm gonna head down and get my bear bag, cook up a little breakfast, and try to hit the trail as early as I can this morning. Okay, so still climbing up. I got sort of checking the water things. I just passed the water hole and did not fill up because there's supposed to be another stream that I think is going to flow a little bit better about 5 miles up, and I still have enough. I've got at least a little more than half a liter here of water, which should suffice until I get to that stream. So the water that I didn't get back there is water and weight that I don't have to carry for the next 5 miles. So, and yeah, we're still getting a little light snow, but it's very, very light. And actually the hike It's definitely cold out, but I've got everything on, and actually it feels just about right. I haven't felt too hot or too cold, so I haven't had to stop and take anything off because the temperature has stayed fairly low. So yeah, everything's going pretty well on day 23. Okay, so this is day 24. I'm leaving the Spencer Bald camps area, and yeah, I'm leaving kind of late because yeah, the weather it got really cold last night and some more snow, and in fact when I arrived at the shelter it was still really cold and snowing, and there were actually at the time only 2 other people there. So I decided I would just sort of stay in the shelter, and there was an upper part of the shelter which I thought would be a little bit warmer because there was a fireplace and I thought the heat would go up there. So I found myself a nice place in the corner, the upper area, right up where the roof came down. And we got more snow, obviously, during the night, and wind was blowing kind of hard. I felt the cool breeze blowing into my face, and I had stuffed my puffy coat jacket up into that corner, and the wind was blowing snow up in there and on my puffy jacket, and what warmth was coming up from that fireplace melted the snow, and my puffy jacket was sopping wet this morning, and that's no good for hiking in cold weather. So started a fire right away again in the fireplace and did my best to dry it out. Not completely dry, but I think dried it out enough that I could put it on without it being too much of a problem. But it's going to be a lot colder than the forecast had predicted, and I've got everything on that I can get on to keep myself warm. I didn't have many options. I didn't bring enough food to do a 0. Oh, and evidently Newfound Gap, the only place really to exit the AT in the Smokies, evidently is closed. I'm not sure exactly why. I think there were some fallen trees or something blocking the roads or something. So my safest bet would be just to turn around, head back to Fontana. I could do that really all in one hike today if I wanted to. But you know, I would be losing that mileage and losing the days, and I've taken what I think is really an excessive amount of zeros already. So I just set my jacket as close as I could to that fireplace, hung it up there, and got it most of it dry actually. And let's see. Okay, I'm not quite sure which. I guess I go. Yeah, I guess I go this way. Yeah, I'll check this far out. But anyway, I'm staying on the trail. I'm gonna try to make it to Seiler's Bald campsite tonight, which is about a 12-mile hike today. And if I can stay warm, it should be all right. And then I'll have an easy hike into Klingman's Dome, and supposedly tomorrow it's supposed to start warming up. So yeah, here's the start to day 24, and the Smokies have not made it easy on me, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully in just another 5 or 6 days I'll be through the Smokies. Okay, I said because of my dire situation today, I said I was not going to do a lot of video today, but this part of the trail was just too nice to not get a video of. Okay, as cold as it is, and even in the predicament that I'm in today, this is just too beautiful not to get a video of. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm keeping on going, and I'm not feeling really cold right now, so if the wind doesn't pick up, I think I'm going to be okay.
So the weather and the trail got the best of me today, so I cut it short, about 6 miles short, but hopefully I'll be able to make that up tomorrow and possibly make it to Klingman's Dome by the end of the day. But the shelter, thank goodness, had a fireplace, which we gathered some wood and created a fire so I could dry out my socks and warm up my feet and dry out my shoes.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't go as far as I wanted to yesterday. Today, I believe it is day 25. I had to cut it short yesterday. The trail was really rough and it got really cold, so I went 6 miles less than I was planning. So, but if I put in a good day today and the trail is kind to me, I still might be able to make it to Klingman's Dome. And now, like I said, the trail has been closed. Klingman's Dome and Newfound Gap, I've been told the roads, at least the last couple days, have been closed because of the snow. So I'm hoping that if I make it all the way to Klingman's Dome, because there's no shelter there, that I'll be able to get a shuttle in and do a resupply, and then get a shuttle back in the morning to continue on. So yeah, that's the situation for today. Today, pretty certain today is day 25.